Welcome back to Sweat Equity. Eric Valdez alongside Jules Johnson.
What up, what up, what up?
Yes. All right. If you're new to the show, guys, all right, go ahead and hit that like, that subscribe, hit the notifications, guys, all right, for any new updates or any new posts that we put on. You can find us on Apple Podcast, Spotify, YouTube, guys, like that. Look down in the show notes, guys, if you just want to fast forward, to certain topics of the show. Like that. Thanksgiving, bro.
Bro.
It's here.
It's here, bro.
All right. I hate when people skip over Thanksgiving. All right. Like my wife.
Pretend like it's not even a holiday.
Yeah, my wife is all about, as soon as Halloween's done, baby, can we put the Christmas tree up?
I got the same question.
All right.
Let's go buy a Christmas tree. And I'm like,
after Thanksgiving.
I thought that was the day after Thanksgiving is when you go. Or Thanksgiving night.
I don't know how you are, but the reason I love Thanksgiving is I just have tons of memories as a kid, like our family coming together, eating.
That's it.
I love. Don't get me wrong, I love freaking Christmas, yeah, because of the gift factor. But also right. I love the reason for Thanksgiving and Christmas is because the family aspect, they all come together.
That's it.
Christmas is a little bit more because you get gifts. You don't really get gifts for Thanksgiving, but I'm like, bro, you talking about some food?
Bro,
I got beans and bologna. Yes,
we went to my dad's family's from Greenville, Mississippi. So every Thanksgiving, we would drive to Greenville, Mississippi. Right, 59 north up to 20, take 20 over. Go over in the Mississippi. And I always remember waking up in the car and we're crossing the Mississippi Bridge and we're going to go see grandma. We're crossing like those memories to me are just
it's a long ass drive.
It's like 8 hours.
Nah, but we would go down to Brownsville sometimes.
Oh yeah.
Bro, it'd be like 8 kids in a freaking. It was a Ford Escort hatchback, red. He talking about super Mexican clown car.
Right.
You got kids sitting on the middle dash seat.
Yeah.
You got kids sitting on the floorboards of the back seat.
All right.
And in the hatchback, there's about four kids in the back of the hatchback just laying down low. So, right. But that's back then when the laws were so strict about not having seatbelts.
Yeah, you can just ride.
Yeah.
But this year, my dad's family's actually coming here, so they're here.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be cool. Yeah, I'm always stoked about Thanksgiving, bro.
So Ellie's side of your side is coming together.
So I don't really think the Ellie side, man. There's a lot going on there, and I don't know if they're gonna do a Thanksgiving this year. It's just a lot going on there. Right? I'm not 100% sure. It's a lot going on, bro.
Mm-hmm.
But it's weird that you brought up Thanksgiving because one of the things that I was thinking about, because it's the holiday season, this is right in your wheelhouse too, bro.
Go ahead. What is it?
Holiday nutrition, bro.
Bro, it's just so hard to work around these times. It really is.
It's hard. No, it's hard.
Business wise for me,
right,
sucks.
Right.
Like that, and then whatever little business I do have, ain't nobody really fucking trying to hear me out about, hey, watch your portions. And that. Only thing I can tell them is hey, whatever you eat, get your protein in first.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. Fill up on protein.
Fill up on protein, and then go ahead and have a ball on fucking pies and some sweet potato freaking casserole, whatever it is. You know what I mean? But it is just so hard because I'm once Thanksgiving, they already freaking coming down from the sugar rush from Halloween.
Right. Still have sugar on the refrigerator.
Now you're going into freaking Thanksgiving and all kinds of shit. You got what do you look forward to for Thanksgiving,
bro?
What's your favorite dish? Savory. What's your favorite savory dish,
bro? My hands down, Honey Baked Ham Company sweet potato casserole, bro, is the absolute best.
It has to have the marshmallows and the pecans in there, bro.
I fucking love it, bro. I love it.
I ain't
bro.
even touching it if it don't got that shit.
Bro, I literally will make plates with just that in it.
I'm more of a ham guy than turkey because turkey's hit or miss. Yeah. You know what I mean? If a motherfucker don't know how to cook a turkey, that shit's gonna be dry.
Right.
That.
And I like my turkeys fried.
Yeah. Even with it fried, they might burn the fuck out of that.
Right. It's gotta be right. It's gotta be right.
And my brother, I think last couple of years he's been frying it. Frying his turkeys like that. Him and his neighbor across the street will go and fucking go outside away from the house.
Middle of the street.
Yeah, the middle of the street with the burners. All right, they ain't trying to catch nothing on fire,
bro. but like, and because you're right, like this is such a hard time of year, bro.
Yeah.
But this is like to me, like this is a clutch time because everybody's gonna go New Year, new me, right? Like everybody's going New Year, new me.
Yeah.
But
New Year, new me, so they're gonna splurge the fuck out of it. Like I'm about to, you know,
bro. That new you is so much closer if you just don't go ham.
Like it's tough. What I will recommend, all right, like this is why I love, you know, freaking like a morning freaking Pablo session.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
Like that. Go in there, grind it out, hour and a half. Right, like that.
Right.
All right. And statistics show this, okay? That, all right, now you do a morning session or even the day before session, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like that. And then all that food that you eat, especially all the sugar shit, you know, the pies and the freaking and the you know, marshmallow fucking, you know, casserole, sweet potato casserole and shit like that. Whatever it is, you know what I mean? All right, freaking all that stuff, you know, your body's gonna freaking utilize that, and that's not gonna store
it's not gonna store,
you know, like that, you know. So you know, get your workout in. All right, they say too afterwards, but like, how many people are really gonna go for a walk or get a workout afterwards? Nah, hell no. You taking that fucking midday nap
bro,
with the ball game on.
Sleep, bro.
Yeah, you know, like that.
To sleep.
What's
the itis, bro?
Yeah, but
the itis,
yeah,
bro.
but what's what's in turkey that makes you
tryptophan.
yeah, that shit. No, is it tryptophan?
Yeah, tryptophan.
No, that sounds like a drug, bro.
Bro, that's what it's. I think it's called. It's
no, I thought it's something else.
no. It's just. Let me see.
I know it starts with a T.
I think it's tryptophan. I was gonna say turducken, but that's
turducken. Yeah, but yeah. So if you really want to reduce the amount of weight gain, all right, like that, get your work in the night before, all right, or the morning of. Okay, then enjoy your freaking meal. All right, 1-2 plates like that. You know, do it up, and then
it's tryptophan. I didn't realize it was an amino acid, bro.
Yeah, it's an amino acid in turkey that makes you sleepy and lethargic. Bro, all right, that's what it is. All right. So, man, I didn't think it was called that. That shit sounds like some fucking black market drug. Yeah.
Right.
So,
right. Like, oh shit.
Yeah. So. All right, but the thing is that all that freaking, you know, the protein, the carbs, the sugar, and everything like that, your body's gonna utilize that and burn it faster than if you don't do shit. And then, you know, now you're inactive and you're just sitting there on 3 plates of fucking damn food like that, ready to go for your second
3
one.
plates?
I'm just saying, ready to go for your next one.
I'm
you know,
up, bro,
after the half, you know, you waiting for the half. You know, everybody got the game on.
Right.
All right, watching the Dallas Cowboys lose. You know they always play. All right. And
sure.
Yeah, and so, you know, like that. So it's just gonna be sitting there, just gonna be stored, and then you trying to come back off, you know, Thanksgiving break, then, you know, Christmas break around the corner. Come on now, you setting yourself
15
up
pounds heavier.
You setting yourself up for a loss.
So do you make the like post dinner sandwich?
Oh, bro, it's turkey. Like it's turkey all week. Turkey sandwiches, you know, everything. You know, freaking whatever it is. Turkey soup, turkey
bread, dressing, cranberry sauce, turkey,
bro,
little bit of gravy
going in there. All right,
I'm
like
crushing it, bro.
Yeah, this shit, big ass plate.
God.
Call of Duty. Let's send it.
All right, it's gonna be gnarly. I'm telling you, it's gonna be gnarly, bro.
Like that. Well, okay, so. You know, ham is, you know, I love some ham. You know,
I love ham.
Ham you can't do. It's very hard to fuck up ham. Right? So
I love ham.
Desserts, you say it's the sweet potato casserole. Bro, for me, it's pumpkin pie, bro.
Yeah,
like pumpkin pie, like, you know, that you know, call me a simp. But I need some pumpkin pie in my life with a scoop of freaking ice cream and some whipped cream, some Cool Whip. Cool Whip.
So, bro, one of the things that this is like one of those like true nostalgic memories. So every time we was little growing up, my Aunt Mary, my dad's baby sister, used to make banana pudding. Right?
I could do some banana pudding, bro.
And the banana pudding, so
as long as it's not runny.
My Aunt Mary, she ended up, you know, she's no longer with us, but my Aunt Mary, have you ever been to Golden Corral, bro?
Yes.
Have you ever had the banana pudding at Golden Corral?
Bro, yes.
Her banana pudding.
That shit is like custard.
Bro, that banana pudding reminds me so much of her banana pudding, bro. And it's just like, I like, now the other banana pudding that I really like is Paula Dean's banana pudding. I know she doesn't like black people. She calls them all kind of weird names and shit. Right? But her banana pudding, bro.
Hard R.
Hardest R. But her banana pudding with those Chessman cookies, those Petridge Farm Chessman cookies. Damn, I'm getting fat already, bro.
You put a lot of thought into that.
Bro, I love food, bro. I'm a fat kid. 100% fat kid.
Yeah. Let's segue now. All right. Because with the holidays, all right, a lot of stress comes with the holidays. All right, like that. What right now, or how long have your folks been in?
No, they like literally just started coming in last night.
Okay.
So they're in last night. They'll be here through the weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like that, and so are they staying with y'all?
No, they're gonna be staying with my some with my parents, some here, but they're not gonna be staying with us.
With y'all?
With me and Ellie.
But just on the day of y'all gonna come.
Yeah.
Are you hosting it?
My mom is.
Your mom is?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's not too much on your plate.
Well, my mom's 70, bro.
Yeah, she is.
So
and then your dad too. It's not like he's moving around.
Yeah,
like,
so it's gonna be a lot, but yeah, it's gonna be a lot. But my brothers are here, and my cousins are coming in town, so some will be staying with her, some will be some will be here, and we'll just get together and we'll kind of put it all together in a big conglomerate.
Yeah.
Group effort.
So I asked that because again, let's go back to how we finished last episode. For everybody out there, guys, November is men's mental health awareness.
Right.
Like that, and it puts a lot of stress. You know what I mean? It does.
A lot. Bro.
Especially around these times. Right. I know, for business wise, I just mentioned a little bit like that. Like I've always geared myself up around this time, all right, because usually in a businesses how it work, they work quarterly.
Right.
Okay. I've never split it up my years, quarterly. Like I never had a thought process of quarterly. Like okay. Obviously for tax reasons, like you do that, but I've always had the thought process. Okay, my year's broken up into thirds. Okay, like that, because now you start to overlap, on days and so like just in case I didn't save enough acorns up before the winter hit, you know what I mean, and so around this time, I always try to get people early before the winter break hits, because man, I didn't want to stress about those things. Now I have a business and things like that. It's a little bit tougher because like once Halloween hits, especially with families and stuff like that, they don't have extra income, to add on another like a new gym membership or anything like that.
Right.
All right. They're trying to save up for Halloween, candy and costumes. Now they're trying to save up for for food, family. Maybe they go out and take trips, for Thanksgiving. Then once Thanksgiving's over, then now they're saving up and trying to spend for freaking gifts. More food, probably another trip for family and stuff like that for the winter, and then and then round off at the end, New Year's, drinks, fireworks, like that, to like it's back to back, like that, and it becomes very stressful, like that, and so as for business wise, and so and then at the same time, this is gonna be new for me. Now that I'm a new father like that, and you already been there a couple years now, deep like that for you, and man, it's a lot on to weigh on, and so it's always good just to acknowledge it. It's never really talked about a lot, and it's almost a fine line because you don't want to sound like a bitch. Right. I mean, let's just call it what it is.
Right.
I don't want to, downplay, what we're talking about. But like, for me, I know I just don't like being a burden to people. Why do you feel that like it just never really spoke about a lot amongst men, or confessing, to your wife or your
bro, it's not what we're supposed to be, bro. That's not what we're supposed to be.
Yeah.
We're literally so it's genetic. Like we've talked about it.
Mm-hmm.
Like we're designed hunters. We're like that's what we're designed. We're designed to hunt. We're designed to dominate. We're designed to do all of these things. But in dominating comes not showing weakness.
Exactly.
Like by the normal thought.
Mm-hmm.
So you're going, and then you've got, you're like, okay, I'm the provider. I'm the protector, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm the protector. And then so you're like, how safe is my woman gonna feel if she knows that I've got this weakness? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you keep, and then we've been in a lot of Call of Duty lobbies, bro.
Yeah.
Like the last thing you want to do is be in a Call of Duty lobby and be like, "Hey guys, my feelings are hurt a little bit." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, go ahead and kill yourself. Like,
You will get
all right. All your feelings, like yeah, I get it.
Yeah,
like when, when can you, like, it's just a tough thing because obviously, yeah, no one is supposed to see the king bleed.
Right.
Right. But then at the same time, it's like, when can you relax? You know what I mean? And then who do you relax in front of?
So,
I've
got a good friend of mine, and she's a therapist.
Yeah.
And shout out to her.
What's her name?
Her name is Angela Jones, Dr. Angela Jones. She's got Get Centered LLC, I think is what it is. It's off of Clay Road and I-10. And shout out to her. I'm a Kanye guy. Like I don't negotiate with therapists, right? Like I don't believe it. I don't negotiate with therapists. But actually there are times when, like, just speaking to her in general, just in general about bullshit. But then you will get a little nugget. You know what I'm saying? And bro, like I think because of the confidentiality.
Yeah.
Because this client patient confidential, so she can't go tell anybody. But
unless you're gonna do harm to yourself.
Right. Yeah. Unless then it kind of creates a safe space for you, where you can release some of that pressure. Now here's another thing. Good friend of mine, bro. Dude's name is Dustin. Dusty was I was at a tournament, bro, and I had a really bad weight cut. Super bad weight cut. And Dusty and his wife Myra were there, bro. I had a super bad weight cut. After my match, bro, I wasn't sweating. I was exhausted. I was bro, I was exhausted. Dusty stayed like by me, right, under the thing. Like, I mean, Pablo was there, of course, but everybody's doing stuff. Dusty was like, no, get this. Like, he stayed there by me. And so Dusty helps military vets.
Yeah.
And they go on these retreats where it's just a bunch of guys all similarly situated, and it's their safe space, bro.
Yeah.
And so you can go and you can talk about whatever you need to talk about because it's really important, bro. Like there was I saw this thing today, and it was in a cemetery, and they had one male shoe lined up, and it was the shoe of all the guys that are no longer going to be here because they committed suicide.
Yeah.
Right.
There's it's a crazy statistic. You could pull this up if you want. Like that. But I wanted to talk about this 2 weeks ago, but unfortunately, your son is doing better now, but he was in the hospital. That's why we didn't cover that, and like that. So shout out to all my military guys. All right, it was Veterans Day a couple weeks ago. And then the day before that, shout out to all my Marines. Like that. It was our birthday. I believe it was 248th, Marine Corps birthday. Like that. So I'm a Marine, like that. So hoorah to all y'all like that. I know it's overdue, but still, this is why I bring it up. I know this is something that I had to deal with. And I'm still trying to figure out my identity, so to speak, because other than, the last decade, it's either, military base of what I've been doing. And then now it's just all fitness or, surrounded around fitness and fighting.
Right.
And then I'm about to make a huge transition, in a couple of months right now where, I'm not even gonna have that no more, and it's weighing in on my head a lot. And so, but it's one of those things that, it's very important to reach out and, to have a friend, to have, a mentor, like that. I really haven't even thought about that word mentor, ever until recently, when I've lost Saul, he's gone, and then my other mentor, Craig Courtney, he talked about a lot of finance when we talked about him a little bit last episode and stuff like that. They're gone, they're older and stuff like that. But now, as for someone I can go to rely on about business and finance, I don't have nobody. And then as for friend wise, I'm like, how, like, I don't really have a guy friend that we just hang out all the time like you would if you were in like middle school, high school. You always had that boy that was always with you. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like that. But your responsibilities weren't that stressful at all back then. You know what I mean? Now, how do you really bring that up? You know what I mean? Like, hey, Jules, shit, my fucking business is going south. You know what I mean? I'm, freaking,
what do I do? Yeah.
My wife is mad at me because of this. And, bro, I have my own problems. You know what I mean? Like, for me, I know I feel like that. How often do you feel like that?
Bro, always, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Always, bro.
Yeah.
It's literally, and so what do you end up doing? Talking to your dog?
Bro, whoever invents the machine or like the little device that your pets can talk back to you, bro, they're gonna make millions, bro.
Right, exactly, bro, exactly.
I was like, man, but I don't know if I want to talk to Pee-wee like that.
Pee-wee is like a little
just turn that shit off. It's like the dog in the Up.
Oh yeah. Like Brian from Family Guy.
Brian be cool, but the dog from Up, nah, shut the fuck up.
The dog from Up.
But I mean, what are you finding on numbers?
132 suicides
I
per
believe
day.
It's something like one death per every like 2 seconds or something like that. Like it's something crazy like that,
bro. Because
there is a challenge. There's a push-up challenge, for the awareness.
Yeah.
And it's 22 push-ups every day. I did it one time with my friend, like that, and
25, something like
it's
that.
Something like that because
it
represents how many veterans kill themselves, commit suicide.
That's what it was. It was the veterans. Yeah.
Yeah. How many veterans commit suicide every second? And so that number, 22, 25 or something like that, I can't remember what it is. So maybe you look up the challenge. It represents how many like that. But it's sad because like I know for me coming, as for a veteran coming, it took me over a year to find a job out of the military. I honestly thought that I was going to get out of the military and be like, oh, yeah, freaking everybody wants to hire a vet, No, that's not the case at all, bro, And so, it's tough knowing that you spent 4 years, 5, 6, almost 20 years for some people, and then their identity is sewn into what they've been doing for the last years like that. And then now they're thrown out in the civilian world and they can't find a job. And and then you see them on the side of the road with a freaking sign and stuff like that. And hell, can you really even believe those guys too? You know what I mean? So they don't get no love because I'm like, I see a homeless guy, I'm like, man, this dude's just begging for money.
Right.
But
he's got a drug addiction.
Is he a real veteran or he just put it up? So then they go like the ones that really need the help. You don't know, you can't really base off and really know who they really are. So, it's a tough situation overall. Yeah, for sure. So. With that, there's a
80% of the suicides are men, bro.
Yeah,
80% of the suicides are men.
That's a
bro, 80%
tough figure.
Did you ever hear about the woman who lived her life as a man for a year?
I think you sent me this, and she
wrote a book, like she lived her life as a man, and she was like,
did she commit suicide?
She was like, I don't know if she committed suicide, but I know she was like the amount of rejection. She was like, I don't know how men can deal with the amount of rejection and the amount of like that you have to go through on a day-to-day basis. Like people don't realize what it takes to actually be the protector and the provider. That means you're the front line, and if it fails, it's your fault.
You know, like I can go down that route a lot, you know, a little thing, because, you know, her holding that burden, that responsibility, you know, as a man, you know, like you've been bred internally, like, you know, that it's that feeling, you know what I mean? Like, oh, I saw my dad do it. Now it's my turn to step up and do it. You know?
Right.
And if I try to step up and do it and I fail, you know, or if I don't succeed, then I'm a failure, you know what I mean? And then, you know, that alone carries its own weight, you know? But the thing is that you're, you know, now you're stepping up and you're actually doing it and stuff like that. You know, this hit me real hard the other day.
Right.
Of how hard it is to be the provider, the protector, you know, for the family and stuff like that. And I don't know if Ellie's ever done this to you. Okay. All right. Mateo, this is on 2 occasions this has happened. Okay. And he's eating something and he starts choking.
Okay.
All right. And without hesitation, Crystal brings him to me. All right.
Okay.
Like, I want to protect my son. Okay.
Right.
I'm not a medic or anything like that. Like I know I know enough of CPR and first response and, you know, measurements to help him, you know, Heimlich maneuver for a baby or stuff like that, or, you know, whatever it may be, you know.
Right.
But what if that don't work?
Right. Right.
Now I have my son in my arms, you know, and I'm just seeing his life slip away from him. All right.
Yep.
Like, bro, that's just like getting to me right now.
Bro, it's
all right. And so
I was there, bro, 2 weeks ago.
Yeah. You know,
I was there 2 weeks ago, bro.
And
I already know.
And it's just tough to know that, you know what? I have to carry that burden, you know. I don't want to put it on my wife. It's my job to
Right.
protect everybody, just to make
Right.
sure everybody's safe. All right. And if that fails, guess what? Do I blame her for not, you know, she was, you know, she's the one that had him first.
Right.
You know, like, you're not going to do that. No, it's my job.
Right.
Man, you know, like things like that, that's tough to, like that. You know what I did immediately, and I recommend every single body to do this. All right. This tool's $20. It has 3 different freaking face masks on it, like that. It's a literal toddler plunger. All right. Like that. Go on Amazon. All right. I don't know the actual name for it, guys. All right. Just
toddler plunger.
Yeah. Just, you know, yeah. Freaking like just a Heimlich maneuver for, you know, things.
Hold on.
Like, yeah.
Look up the name. You said you recommend it, so I'm going to go.
Bro, highly recommend it for first-time parents or any parents.
Parents.
All right. Yeah. Any parents that have small kids that, you know, they're at that age, because my son's already at that age that is constantly sticking things in his mouth. All right. Like right now, like I tend to keep coins on my nightstand. This little motherfucker is just like he just dips over there, just whatever he can grab, he takes it off my nightstand and freaking puts it in his mouth.
Right.
All right. Like pennies and quarters and stuff like that. I had to slap out a little freaking, we had these little black rocks, like accent rocks on our.
Is it this LifeVac?
Yes. That thing right there. Get it.
LifeVac.
Right? Yeah.
It's $80.
It's $80?
It's $80.
Nah, bro, I paid cheaper than that.
Well, the LifeVacs.
Nah, this is like, no, I'm just, yeah.
But it's something like that.
Yeah, this is it, but just get the.
All you need is one that.
Yeah. There's one like $60, and it doesn't have the whole setup. You see, like $40 like that.
All right.
It just has the actual. That thing probably has a little bit more in it, but
I searched under toddler choking rescue device.
Yeah. All right. Well worth it, bro. I've seen on 2 different occasions video footage, all right, where, you know, guess what? They're at like Golden Corral. They're at a restaurant like that, and the mother is feeding the child. The child starts choking. What did the mother do? Gave it to the husband. All right, husband's trying to freaking, you know, do a Heimlich maneuver to the baby. It's not working, you know, pat in the back, probably lodging in the food even more.
Right.
Like that. 2 separate occasions, all right, different restaurants and stuff like that. And luckily enough, someone in the restaurant that also had kids, they came, ran through, they freaking give me your son. They put it on the mask and just plunged that thing. It sucks it out like a plunger. All right, like that. You know,
nice.
That, you know, so the first time that happened with Mateo, Like that? No, immediately. As soon as he coughed it out, because it got real bad. It kind of freaked me out because he was coughing, but it was snot coming out his nose too, like that. You could tell, he was
like he was going through it. Yeah.
So yeah, he coughed it out, ended up passing it. It was it was from a certain snack that we've never gave him, and it swelled up. The snack swelled up. It was like a bread-like snack, and it swelled up with his milk, like that. And so that's why he was coughing. Yeah. So we just didn't give him that thing again. But yeah, immediately as that happened, bro, went on Amazon, bought that thing. All right. So we keep it in his backpack with him, at the bottom of his backpack. So like his little changing bag that we always have, like that. It's in
always
there,
yeah.
Like that. And I tell my wife all the time, just keep it in there. All right. You don't never. It's better to have it and not use it than to need it and don't have it.
Well, I just ordered it.
Yeah, bro.
I just ordered it.
Yes, and if you get the package that we get, it has it has a small kid size ones, and then once they become actual teenagers, it's a little bit bigger for the teenagers.
Because we got Jewel too.
Yeah.
And you always have a diaper bag when you got the baby. So I just ordered it. But like,
let's go back to that scenario though. You know what I mean? I'm like, that shit hit me hard. Bro. You know what I mean? Like, and the thing is that, I think about it and I'm like, fuck, the amount of stress, the anxiety, and.
Bro, I went when we were at the hospital with Jules. We were switching off back and forth, right? Because we got two, right? So we're switching off back and forth. And I was like, Ellie's like, I just want to leave. And I was like, well, just tell him you want to leave. Tell him, pack up his stuff so we can leave. And she was like, I'm gonna wait till you get here. So it was on me to like confront all the doctors, right, all the time. And so I'm there and I'm like cussing doctors out, and they were like, we're gonna intubate him, and I was like, he's looks better now than he did when he got here. Like, there's no reason for you to escalate the treatment. Like, you're escalating, and I don't think you should be, right? So I'm going through, I'm doing all the stuff with the doctors, right? And I'm just like, and I'm begging the doctors to like just chill out, like watch, don't, whatever, do the stuff they're doing. And the whole time, like, I'm trying to be like calm, and I'm calling my dad, and my dad's like, no, leave him there. It's going, and so we're going through all this shit, right? And so finally we get the doctors to let him like just chill overnight. And bro, straight up, like, I'm there. They leave him overnight. They say, hey, he's got a lot better. Shout out to y'all for really advocating for him. And bro, I was talking to the doctor the second time I seen him, bro. Doctor, I don't know if his last name is Brandon, but it's Brandon. His name is Brandon, and the ICU takes to the hospital. Bro, I just broke down crying, bro. And I was like, thank you for helping my son. And putting up with me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I was like, thank you for helping my son. And it's just like, and we're there, right? And like, it's just like a different, like, it's different because you have to fight, right? But like, bro, it's a lot, bro.
It's a very fine balance,
it's a lot, bro.
And you have to be able to turn it on, to be that aggressive, masculine man, with no remorse and stuff like that, because it's time to handle business. All right. But then you need to be able to back out, go in your own world, and then just find some type of sanctuary, so and calmness, like that. And for me, that I think that's why I really gravitate to just like aggressive, like obviously sports. I have my outlets, gun games and shit like that.
Right.
I mean, just like, I can't, in the real world, I know the repercussions of what I'm doing.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I can't go play hardcore in the mall.
Yeah, exactly. But then, I get the question all the time, because for the better half, for over 12 years now, over a decade now, well, no, not even, because, since 14, so 2 decades now.
Right.
You know what I mean? I've been in some type of combat sport.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Whether it was wrestling in middle school, high school, then the military, actually doing the shit.
Right.
Now in my career as an MMA fighter, and now me being an instructor. For the last 2 decades, 20 years, I've been in some, combat, action sport, and so the question that's asked to me, like, oh, coach, have you ever been in a fight? like that. I'm like, outside the gym? No. You know what I mean? And it's the quote, have you ever heard that quote where no one will...
Yes, bro.
No one
will ever understand the violence it become.
Yes.
To be this gentle.
Yes. All right.
Yes, bro.
It's also like that, like the Chinese proverbs, you know, like that, where, you know, it's better to be a warrior in the garden than a gardener in a war.
Yep.
Like that. All right. And
no, go ahead.
Yeah, and so go ahead. No, yeah.
I just don't think that people really understand, bro. Like, the thing about fighting in the street, right? For you, for me, the thing about fighting in the street, for Anderson Silva, for fucking Robbie Lawler, bro.
Yeah.
Did you hear about Robbie Lawler on the train?
No.
They were.
This is recent.
This is recent, bro.
I wouldn't want to fuck with him.
I don't want to fuck with Robbie Lawler in general.
Yeah.
But so the thing about guys like us, is I can do this when I'm not angry. So if I'm angry and I do it, it's gonna be a real problem.
I'm scared if I ever see red. I've never been to that point, you know. And the thing is too is like, you know, because I understand the amount of violence that I can bring to the table. You know, like I have, and I just, a matter of fact, I was just telling this to my wife. You know what I mean? I could be so passive, you know, with a lot of people. Because I'm like, you know, I'm not going to be one of those road rage kind of type of persons, you know,
right.
Like that, those explosive like that, you know. It could be very troublesome, you know, for me at points if I let it become implosive, you know, because those people, you know, freaking 10x when they finally freaking fall off the edge, for sure.
Right.
Like that. But I'm like, you know, a lot of times it just puts in perspective a lot of times when people are, you know, coming to you with some bullshit like that. It's like, bro, get away from me. You know?
So there was a bus of protesters in New York.
Yeah.
There was a bus of UFC fighters in New York that got surrounded by protesters. Robbie Lawler was on the bus. So
this was recent?
This was recent, bro. This was.
What is he? I was like, well,
November 11th.
I know he's not fighting no more. But.
So they're on the bus, and you know it starts to escalate, and Robbie Lawler's like, luckily for them, they didn't escalate it.
Yeah.
Because Robbie fought that whole fight with his lip split. Like it was gnarly.
Yeah.
And he was like, let's go.
Yeah.
You protesters are not ready for an angry Robbie Lawler. Yeah. And even though, and this is...
What were they protesting? You know what they're protesting?
Palestinian protesters, I think. Pro-Palestinian protesters.
What was that?
Look, I don't know why they were pissed at Robbie Lawler. Yeah. But and this is, I by no means condone this at all. But do you remember the story about War Machine? And War Machine and the porn star...
I was like Iron Man.
No, so it's
War Machine and the Pro. Oh, when he beat
up his girlfriend, the porn star, because he thought she was cheating on him. Blah 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 blah. But he almost fucking killed him, bro. Like he almost killed him.
Yeah,
like it was bad. And you know, whatever. I mean, he's an asshole for that. But that's the problem, bro. Like that's the problem. Like it's like it. His mental health was unstable. Yeah. Which is an issue because he should have been able to either talk it out or walk away or whatever.
Help for it,
he needed the help. But bro, people don't understand, bro. I'm not trying to get into a fight on the street. A fight on the street is going to equal jail.
Yeah. No, yeah, for sure. Like, I'm like, if I ain't fighting for money, yeah. Like that. The only other reason is because I need to protect my loved ones.
Right. Because I have to really fuck somebody.
Yeah. You know, that's it. Like that's the line that freaking that I had, like that I draw in the sand. All right. Anything else before that, I'm like, bro, get away from me. But the second that you step over that line and now it's threatening my loved ones, you
true story. I was in HEB. This is a true story, bro. And you go to HEB with Crystal. Yeah. And she's like, go get something off of something. I don't know anything about grocery shopping, so I'm walking around the store, right?
I like walking up the aisles.
So I'm just aisle by aisle, right? So my phone is ringing. So I get it, and Ellie's like, "This dude said something to me, blah blah blah." And I'm like, "Oh, I was like, okay, here I go. Where are you?" And so she's like, "This guy was on the phone. He was walking down the aisle, and he was talking, and he was like, I hit bitches too. And he looked right at me, right? True story, bro. True story. And so I was like, okay. And I was like, well, calm down, babe. Where, she was like, no, this motherfucker. Okay. I was like, babe, calm down. So we're walking through the store. And then she goes, that's him right there. Right? Bro.
Get him.
I looked at this dude, and I was like, this bitch right here? Dude, that dude looked at me, turned around, and walked the other way so fucking fast. Because it's like, A, I don't really want to fight this dude in the store.
Yeah.
Right? But B, that dude don't really want to fight me in the store.
Yeah.
And when you look at somebody, like, if you, I remember when you were working at the nightclub.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Like it was a point where you like, oh no, this guy doesn't really want it. And the guy's like, nah, I don't really want it.
I got in a huge brawl one time being a security in a nightclub like that. And like, I remember when I had to take down one guy. All right. And this is the time you remember Jared. Right?
Yeah.
So Jared's the one that got us the job. So
right.
I took down the guy. Jared, subdued that guy and pinned him down. He was like that. And when I got back up, as soon as I turned back around, I saw the biggest guy freaking coming at me. He wanted to come in. And then I pushed him back, like that, and he was a big dude.
Right.
But like, as soon as I did that and I put my weight on him, he was like, oh man, I'm good, man. Like you know
right,
what I mean?
right.
'Cause he just saw what I just did to his friend.
Right, right.
Like that. I was like, thank God, bro. Cause like, I know you big and I still give you the smoke, but I'm like, but,
and that was like 160-pound Eric too.
Yeah. Bro, no, I was fighting at 145.
Right.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck am I doing beating a bouncer at 145? Well, hey, it just goes to show you. All right, like that. I know a little bit more than you do. Okay?
Right. Bro, like but all that to say, bro, that we found an outlet for us that kind of works. Like, it lets you get out the frustration. But right, wrong, or indifferent, bro, I still think that men need a safe space that they can talk. And to me, if you're gonna use that safe space, like if you want the least amount of potential blowback from it, I would say therapy, bro.
Yeah, I'm not a big advocate for therapy. Always, my wife has came to me at times, hey, let's go see, a couple therapists and stuff like that. And I'm like, for what? So, we could pay someone to talk to them and stuff. Why can't we just talk?
Right.
But, you do need that mediator,
Right.
You need that person that has that years of experience to ask you the questions that you're probably, not asking yourself, or you just want to stay away from it.
Right.
Because, you don't want to go down that route, that road and freaking start to confront those demons and those, that dark side, those, intrusive thoughts.
The stuff that you tried to lock away.
Yeah, what I mean?
Yeah.
Because you don't know what's going to really happen, how you're going to come out on the other side, and so, yeah, it's important. Or there's times that, you just don't have no one with you,
Right.
You're freaking young, you're living in a studio apartment and freaking, there's no one there that you can really rely on, and maybe you're introverted, you don't like to go out and stuff like that, like, I'm literally describing myself in my mid-20s right now, you know what I mean? And, just to have someone there to talk to, you know what I mean? It's not like you're getting diagnosed as, being schizophrenic or crazy or like,
Bingo.
because that's what,
Bingo.
I know that's why I don't care to talk to. I'm like,
Bingo,
I'm not
bro.
crazy.
Bingo,
Why am I going to,
bro.
like that? You know what I mean?
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Again, it just begs the question, okay, you can't let the king bleed. You can't let no one see the king bleed. But when does he, when's he's able to be himself?
Right.
When's he able to, relax? When's he able to take his armor off? When's he, things like that.
When you cry alone in the shower, bro.
Yeah, what I mean? And I'm not talking about after a Saturday comp class because you still suck.
right.
But
balled up in the corner,
yeah,
like, I can't believe my guard got passed.
And
I did that yesterday.
one thing that I've been really hearing a lot lately. All right, this saying right here: tough times create tough men. Tough men create good times. Good times create weak men. Weak men create tough times.
Cyclical, baby.
All right, and again, it just goes back to what we were talking about. The last episode. It's just a different time right now. you know, like you can say one thing and someone take it, you know, totally different, you know, another way, and then before you know it, you know, cancel culture is a real thing right now. They're ready to freaking just crucify you, you know, and thing.
But or people will come at you on the internet.
Mm-hmm. They're
Twitter beefing. Twitter beefing.
They're protected behind that keyboard.
But then you see them in person, you're like, I thought you were gonna beat my ass.
Yeah, I thought it was on site.
And then they're like,
well, not.
Oh my god, yeah. You're like, come on, man, stop.
Yeah.
But you just hit the nail on the head, because that used to be me, bro. I used to be like, man, I'm gonna go to a therapist. They're gonna tell me I'm depressed, I'm manic depressive, I'm scale number 3, I'm bipolar, and all this.
Here's some Zoloft,
right?
You know?
And that's not necessary. So actually, and Angela was the one that presented this to me like this, like you just said. Maybe it's just somebody that you can talk to.
Yeah.
It's the therapist. You're paying them to listen to you, right? And so maybe you care what they have to say, maybe you don't. But if but then it is good to have somebody there who's completely neutral in the sense, like if you go see, you know, Dr. Fred, he doesn't know your wife.
Yeah.
He doesn't know Lalo. Like, you know, he doesn't know me. So when you go in and you're like, you know, da 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 da, and he was like, well, maybe Crystal means this. He might kind of have a point, because he doesn't really know her. He's just listening to the situation, and it may be able
non-biased, totally non-biased,
and it may be able to turn the way that you think a little bit. Like, oh man, that may be what. Oh shit, or it's like, maybe she needs to seek a little therapy too, because that doesn't necessarily make sense if this is all that's going on. But it's really good to just have somebody there that you can talk to, and then when you leave, you don't have to worry about whether or not that person is going to go out and come back to the gym and tell everybody at the gym, Eric said this about you, and Eric said that.
Yeah.
You could just say it, be safe, walk away.
Yeah.
And so, and that to me, bro, is the value of therapy. And I also like a lot of people like same race, like they want to go to black doctor, Hispanic doctor. But I feel like, for me, the circles that you get in become smaller and smaller and smaller.
Oh yeah.
So as you become,
especially when you become older. Yeah.
So now it's the circle of black professionals becomes smaller, and so for me, like, it's just an added layer of, if you go outside that circle for your professional. Like, if you're gonna use a therapist, you know, you do whatever makes you feel most comfortable. But like for me, I feel like my accountant should probably be a white dude who's probably not hanging around any of my friends.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just like, I don't
totally different
just
perspective.
Completely different dude. Like,
Yeah.
he's way over there.
Yeah.
He's there. He's never gonna run into a bar like, oh yeah, you know, that's one of my clients. Like, yeah, just. But that's just, you know, that's just me. Kind of, I believe in conspiracies, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, 100%. 100%.
What was I gonna go down?
There was an alien on the grassy knoll. For sure, bro.
Was it?
Yeah, for sure. For sure. There's no way a man did that.
So with this, okay, let's just again, you know, how many? That's a question I was going. How many friends, like close friends, would you say you have right now? And you don't got to say by name or anything like that. Just,
bro, if I was gonna say close friends,
like, all right, let's be a little bit more specific. Like on a daily text, freaking, you know.
Oh, bro,
like that.
Daily text?
Yeah, like daily text, like and talking, you know, terms.
Like, are you serious?
Yeah, no, I'm dead serious.
Oh, none, bro.
None?
Okay.
Wow.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay,
let's
so-
brought it up. How many what friends you sending memes every day?
No.
Damn, bro.
No, I got 100 of those, bro.
I thought I was your friend, bro.
Bro. But I'm like, you got like the true circle of friends, right? There's like when and I'm talking about like that inner circle where, like, if shit goes completely bad, these are the people I'm calling.
No, I'm not. Yeah, I'm not.
Yeah,
I don't
right.
want to get that serious. I'm
Yeah,
just talking
I only
about,
got
you know
3 or
what,
4 of
like,
those.
like generally, like, you know what,
But,
we always see each other. We're always on talking terms, you know, like that.
Probably
I
like-
you know,
like
like anytime
10,
I see something
maybe
fun,
10.
like
Maybe
10,
maybe
okay?
10.
How many of them did you ask to be friends with?
Asked him? None.
Yeah, none. Why?
Asked to be friends?
Yeah, like hey Jules, man, you're a cool dude, bro. You play games, I play games. You do jujitsu, I do jujitsu. You want to be friends? How many do you have? How many times have you ever done that? Never.
I think it's just more
right?
generic, bro.
It's such a weird thing, right?
Right. It's just more generic.
The reason I'm saying this, all right, because I just finished listening to a podcast, all right. I'm gonna give this guy a shout out, you know what I mean, because he's a therapist, all right. His name is Adam Lane, all right. You can find him on Instagram. Let me pop up his Instagram right here. Just had it. Yeah, Adam Lane Smith. He's a relationship psychologist. All right, attachment Adam. You can follow him on Instagram, guys. All right, like this. All right, and I listened to his podcast about the importance of relationship with friends. Okay. And he's making the point of actually approaching someone, guy, girl, doesn't matter, like that, and having that conversation with them, like, hey, will you be my friend? Like, and when I was listening, I was like, man, that's such a fucking weird thing to do. You know what I mean? If I met you, we started doing jiu-jitsu like that, and then 2 months in of us rolling with each other like that, and having small talk every time we saw each other at night class, and then I was like, hey Jules, you want to come out? Like that, and then you're like, all right, he's cool. I don't go out as much, you know what I mean?
Right.
And he doesn't know that, but I'll come out and watch an MMA fight with him. And
Right.
then during that, freaking that time of us watching, I turn to you and be like, hey bro, you cool and I want to hang out with you more. Would you be my friend? Like, tell me that wouldn't be weird.
Bro, I would 100% be like, I'm leaving. This guy is fucking creep.
I'm not, yeah, I'm with you, bro. I'm with you.
Bro. I'm getting out of here,
but
bro.
you know what? This guy, he really broke it down, and it's like, man, I was like, that's just something that you really don't talk about a lot, you know what I mean? And
And when you think about it, it's the establishment of the commitment.
Yeah.
Because
that's why you don't want to mess with girls like that. Like, what are we? It's only the second date. You know what I mean? Like,
bro,
what the fuck? You know what I mean?
Bro, I was just thinking the same thing. Mm-hmm. That's when you're with a chick and y'all are just hooking up. Mm-hmm. Nobody ever has that discussion, and it's like implied. There's no commitment. And
he I like the point that he makes in this podcast that he was talking about, because, he talks about a relationship with their friends are, if not more important than a relationship with your spouse or your better half. All right. There's been times, and I told my wife this because like that. There's been times that I've passed on girls dating them because I didn't like their group of friends.
Oh.
Yeah,
bro.
Yes, bro. You know what I mean? Like,
Chismosas?
Bro, yeah.
Bro.
All right.
Stop.
Freaking, and there's been times that like that, like I like, damn, the girl's cool, and like I'm like that, but you know what? Her friends, I don't even, it's just too much.
The friends are ratchets.
Yeah.
They want to fight all the time. They're always beefing with somebody.
So that's why I think it is an important thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it is.
All right. So if I'm dating a girl and we're trying to take it to the next level, like that, but then, they see professional lawyer Jules, like that, he also is active and he's a great father, all right, then that looks good on me.
Right.
But if, I'm dating a girl, we want to take it to the level, and they're like, oh man, this dude's a freaking college dropout. He's always looking for the next payday,
right.
Freaking, like that, has 3 baby mamas, like that, and always cheat, like, I'm gonna get a lot of heat from my girl like that. Like, why are you always with him? I bet y'all gonna be fucking girls and stuff like that. Like anytime I ever want to freaking be like, hey babe, I'm gonna go out. I mean, who you gonna go with, Jules?
In all fairness, if she's a Latina, bro, it doesn't even matter. Why you drinking that water for the little hoes? You be like, I'm just thirsty, man. That's it. I just need something to drink.
I got a new gym set up at my house. Why you need to look good? You got me already,
bro. Like,
I want to keep you. I want to look good for myself.
Right,
you know what I mean? I'm trying to build my testosterone.
Booty,
you know what I mean? Yeah.
Butt naked.
Yes. All right.
Bro. Yeah, but so one of my good friends, another true story, bro. Tell you how I met him. I got out of high school at 16. Started college at 17. My birthday's in August, so it was like a week before. So I get there and I'm in college and I'm just I'm a knucklehead, bro. I'm a knucklehead. So I'm there, I'm knuckleheading it up, and we're at this little beginning of school like fraternity mixer. So there's some guys there from Kappa Alpha Psi fraternity. They have these canes, so they twirl their canes, right? And they twirl.
Yeah.
I mean, it's cool, but
what do they call it? Purple and gold?
No, those are Omegas. They were red and white, like little candy canes. They're twirling little candy canes, right? So whatever. And one of them drops his cane and it hits me, right? I'm like, whatever, I'm there, I'm dancing, I'm having a good time. So I go down to pick up his cane, hand it to him. And dude's like, nah, bro, don't touch my cane. Boom, straight off. Like I went straight off, bro. I used to be a hothead, bro. Went straight off. Fuck you, fuck your cane. I'm in a frat party so he's got all his boys there. And I'm a freshman in college, bro. So I don't know anybody. At their frat party. Oh, yeah. So I don't know anybody there, right?
A whole stop in your head.
So I'm there and I'm cussing this dude out. We're going back and forth. And then I start to notice that the dude is getting further and further and further away from me. Mm-hmm. But, bro, I'm stiff, bro. I'm like, fuck you. I'm stiff, bro. Mm-hmm. And then I look down and I realize I'm being carried out of the room. Dude has picked me up and is carrying me out of the room.
How do you not feel that?
Bro, I was stiff, bro. I was ready. I was ready. You've been there. You've been there.
I've never been carried out of the room.
Bro, I was ready, bro.
I'm too aware for that shit.
Bro, I was ready.
You're ready to get tossed out the
And so he's carrying me out the room. I look down and it's this dude. I don't have any idea I'm a freshman, bro.
Yeah.
I have no idea who this dude is. Stuart Rogers. Lives in Dallas.
Yeah.
Ace Boone to this day. We're talking 30 years, bro.
Yeah.
He carried me out the room. He's like, bro, you're in a bad place. He's like, you're in a bad place.
Jazzy Jeff style?
Bro, he carried me right out the room, bro. And still, even now to this day, we still like talk and laugh about that because that's how I met him.
Yeah.
I met him.
A good friend.
like
you didn't know it at the time.
He was a good friend from day one, bro. It was nuts, bro.
Afterwards, you were like, hey, will you be my friend?
Will you be my friend? Yeah, but bro, but that's how you. That's how we make friends.
In the show notes, man, I need to find that podcast. I'm gonna post it, man, like that. I thought it was a weird thing when I was hearing it like that, but he made some very valid points, and makes you think. I mean, like that. Of having the right people around you, because okay, let's go back to what you're saying. You're getting older, and then that circle gets smaller. Right. I'm getting there. Like I have very small, very few people that I know that I can call up right now. Whether it's, hey, can you watch my dogs? We're going on vacation, or hey, bro, such and such happened. I need you.
Right.
Like that, and it's just one of those things. What's that one movie with The Town?
The Town? Is it The Town? Yeah, it's The Town.
Yeah, The Town.
The Town. Yeah.
Whose car we taking?
Yeah, it's The Town.
Let's do it, all right?
Bro.
You got gas? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So and I got very few people, like that I could say that, for sure. Right. But yeah, not one of them I've ever asked to be my friend. But I think it is a very important question. I don't think you have to say it in those words exactly. Hey, would you be my friend? It's like that. I think I would come along the lines a little bit more modern. Hey, bro, just let you know, anything you need, I got your back.
Yeah,
like that. I just need to know that you got mine.
Yeah,
like that. And because it's just not gonna be assumed. You know what I mean? Because I tell my wife all the time. Like that. I'm like, babe, you don't have any friends. You know what I mean? Like that. Your Facebook friends are not your friends.
They're not your friends.
Okay, like that.
There's just
all right, because like when we are like when like this time during vacation, during the holidays when we are planning a trip like that, where the hell is all your freaking 300 Facebook friends? None of them can watch our freaking dogs. You know what I mean? Like that. But you say you have friends, like that. Man, I don't want to put my wife on blast or anything like that. But yeah, this is a common conversation that we have all the time. You know what I mean?
Bro, it's funny because Ellie's kind of like the exact opposite. Mm-hmm. She's like, she has a friend or two.
Yeah.
But she's always like, that's why I don't really like hanging out with bitches. Her.
Yeah.
That's because she'll be on the phone with her friend, and then they'll, she's just recycling all the gossip from the neighborhood. And she's like,
yeah.
She's like, yeah, that's why I
That
don't.
shit gets tiring, man. I got my own problems. You know what I mean? That you know, like,
loves that
do you
shit,
want to, yeah, like, do you want to talk about our problems and how to, you know, create solutions so we can get ahead in life, or that you just want to just talk about other people's problems and put them down and go nowhere? You know, like,
Right.
you know, those are two different things. You know what I mean? Like,
Ellie likes hearing about people's problems though, because it makes her appreciate her shit, which is cool.
that's a different way to look at stuff.
which
you know
is
what I mean?
cool
Like,
because she's like, okay,
Yeah.
she's like, I don't know why they complain, and I was like, I
Yeah.
don't, you know, I get it, but
no,
but yeah,
for
that's
sure.
crazy, bro.
All right, so let's move on though, for sure, like that. Caleb Williams, you know Caleb Williams,
Yes,
okay, quarterback for USC,
yeah,
okay, and this guy has a lot of pressure because he what's a
UFC, USC,
USC, yeah,
USC, yeah.
University of Southern
I
California.
just watched him play the other night.
Yeah, and he just lost. You know,
Yeah.
I know college right now. They're freaking finishing up their regular season. They're about to go into playoffs, start going for the National Bowl and stuff like that. But you know, and he right now is about to come. You know, this is his last year. He's projected to be #1 overall for the NFL next year. Okay, like that. And he just came off on like back-to-back heartbreaking, and I don't even think heartbreaking. I think just like total freaking, you know, trash games. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
you know, and the thing, he's had a lot of pressure. He just, I don't know where he transferred from. I can't remember where he transferred from like that. But, you know, with USC being such a pristine college, you know, and their history of winning and things like that, they thought they were going to come in, you know, have him in here and then, you know, go off and, you know,
Right.
be a national, you know, championship, you know, caliber team.
They want the ball.
Like that. All right. A report came out, all right, like this. Let me see if it says what lady. Shirley Arnold. How would you pronounce that?
Yeah, Arnold.
Arnold. All right, like that. All right, so let me put this on here, bro. All right, like this, and I want to hear your like this. So this goes with, you know, just mental health like that, such for men like that, and bro, she fucking fired off on this dude. You know what I mean? And I don't know how I feel about it. You know what I mean? Because in a sense, you know, she has a point, but then on the other half, like, okay, you don't know everything. I don't know all the factors of what goes into, you know, why he played like this. All right, let's go ahead and just listen right now. All right.
Acceptable for a man to cry? When and where is it acceptable for a man to cry? Because from what I understood, grown men had some pride and dignity, right? So tell me why USC quarterback and Heisman winner Caleb Williams felt compelled to run to his mommy in the stands and bawl his eyes out. This lasted for at least a full minute. And then it gets even better because RG3 had the audacity to tweet out this. Any NFL team would be lucky to have him as their quarterback, and this emotion shows how much this game means to him. I totally disagree with this. An NFL team needs a leader. It's not running to his mommy, bawling his eyes out, and creating a spectacle for the cameras. Oh, and then after the game, in the post-game presser, Williams said that,
I want to go home and cuddle with my dog and watch some shows.
what's with men these days? How is this deemed acceptable in their minds? Caleb Williams, he's soft, he's a crybaby, and I implore any NFL scouts to keep this pathetic scene in mind when concocting their idea of what a leader on an NFL team looks like.
Thoughts?
She's an idiot, bro.
Like, I don't know how to feel about that, bro.
She's an idiot.
I really don't know how to feel about that.
She's the reason that men are committing suicide.
Yeah. Or why men don't even want to open up to
She's
nothing
the reason. She's the
at
reason.
all.
She's the reason.
Like, the amount of stuff that she just buried into about this kid. You know what I mean? Can you look up how old he is? I believe.
Yeah, he's probably like
Yeah.
20, 21.
Yeah. You know, I'm like, the guy already has enough pressure as it is. All right. We don't know anything. Like, I don't know how much back history that she knows about him, what's going on in his personal life, anything like that. You know, I know for a fact that I don't know anything, but you don't know. You know what I mean? Shit, maybe he wants to go home and cuddle with the dog because, you know what, the dog's probably been in friggin',
22.
He's 22 years old, you know, like that.
22.
But, like, I give her credit. Okay,
Oklahoma.
I give her. He transferred to Oklahoma. Oklahoma State, or I don't think that really matters. like that. But yeah, but like, I understand where she's coming from. As for like, okay, your team does need a leader, all right, like that, and like controlling, like being the head of a football team as a quarterback. You know what I mean? Where you're calling the shots, people are relying on you to do your job, because your number one job is to do what? Get the ball in the end zone.
Right.
All right. And then when those things are not happening like that, all right, you know, other than your coach, your head coach is going to be the first to get, you know, put the blame on.
Right.
All right. Like that, the next person down the line is going to be freaking the quarterback. You know what I
Right.
mean? You didn't do your job. All right. It all falls on him, because ultimately, where, you know, he's the one that needs to score to win points. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like that, you know, yeah, defense, you know, wins games, you know, and can score for you. But no, offensively, you know, that's what you're there like that. You're not getting paid, you know, like that, you know, there. But, you know, you've been highly recruited to there to win games and stuff like that. But, you know, you're falling short. You know, you're not, you know, living up to the expectation like that. At 22 years old, I'm like, God, you know, like you're probably, you know, at that point, what are you thinking? Like, fuck, my draft stock is going down. You know, freaking, you don't know like what else is happening outside. I don't know if she knows what's happening outside. I don't know what's happening outside. You know, and I don't want to speculate. But I'm like, really, you're gonna tear down this guy like that? You know, like for what? You know,
The problem is that people don't understand what a leader actually is.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So a leader is somebody who does.
Mm-hmm. A doer.
That's a leader.
Yeah.
A leader is someone who does.
Is in front, you know, not from behind.
You can't lead from behind. You have to lead from the front.
Mm-hmm.
So if I'm leading from the front, I'm taking all the bumps, I'm taking all the bruises, but because I'm the one that everybody's relying on, then now the other 60 people that were here, that were following me, I let them down.
Yeah.
Right? So that's a huge burden.
Yeah.
Because some of these guys, some of these guys will never get to play college ball again. Like
ever.
I may go
This
to the
is their
NFL.
yeah.
This is the end of their career. And they needed me to win the game. And I couldn't. That hurts.
Yeah.
Like, but when you can't say that, because he didn't run to his coach, he didn't run anybody, he ran to his mom.
So okay, so that's my question. Like, how do you feel about like a spectacle? I don't think that's a
Bro,
spectacle.
get the
like,
fuck
like,
outta here.
like certain words that she was using is like, God, dog.
A
like,
spectacle is the guy who proposes to his girlfriend at the end of the game.
yeah, you know what I
Right?
mean?
Like, that's a spectacle.
Like a spectacle is that he runs to his mommy during the halftime, or like, you know, while the game is still in play. That's a spectacle.
No.
You know what I mean? You're talking about afterwards, all right?
After the game.
Honestly, boy to boy, you know, I'd be like, hey, bro, yeah, you know, you should have took your mom in the back. You know what I mean? Like that, you know, again, you know, it's because in the reason she's saying it's spectacle is because, you know, they're seeing him vulnerable, and then they're seeing the king bleed.
Right.
You know, like that.
Right.
All right. He didn't win. He's emotional. Freaking, you know, again, we don't know everything of what might be going on in his personal life.
Right.
All right. And like, you know, the mom is there. Nobody wants to lose in front of their family, their mom, anything
Right.
in front of their team or anything like that. So now, like, you know, the one person that you can go to, you know, I don't know how strong the relate. Obviously, there's a huge strength of relationship that he has to go to his mom, the first person, not to a coach or anything like that. And then, you know, it's very emotional. Like, yeah, I should have won this game. I let everyone down, you know, like that. Now I just want to go home and crawl, you know, freaking in my own little hole and freaking, you know, be with my dog and just, you know, I want all this to freaking go away.
Right.
You know, like whatever it may be. But like a spectacle, you know, freaking weak, you know, all those words. You
I
know, like,
wonder what she would say if he would have won the game. Because
Yeah,
we've all seen
can't say nothing when
Michael
you're winning.
Jordan. Michael Jordan was crying
Yeah.
when he won the championship. He's hugging the
Yeah.
the
Can't really
trophy.
say nothing
And
when
he's
you're
crying.
winning, but when you're losing,
but
oh,
if
yeah.
he's crying and he runs to his mom after winning the game and gives her a hug, is it still a spectacle? Is he a weak crybaby?
Yeah.
Or is he overrun with emotion?
Yeah.
And it's just like people use words like that, because I would be interested to say, what's her name? What's her name?
Again, it's Chelsea.
Chelsea. She sounds like a clown. I just remember her
No,
name.
not Chelsea. Carly Knowlton.
No, Arnold something.
Arnold. So it's CHARLEE. L-Y.
CHARLLY.
Yeah. And then Arnold, ARNOLT.
Charlie Arnold.
I think it's Carly. I don't think it's Charlie. I don't know, bro.
Ring announcer for the WWE from 2016 to 2001.
This it gets me triggered. You know what I mean? Because again, when a leader for me is someone that they lead from the front. Okay.
She's a professional wrestler.
Yeah.
That's what it says.
That leads from the front. Okay. That can make timely decisions. That someone that can navigate between, like, again, you say there's 60 guys on the team. Okay. Not every 60 one of those guys, all right, on that team, you can treat the same way. Okay. That some of those guys, can be pushed a lot harder. Some of, and then some of the other guys, you got to really freaking, home in and, mentor them, to guide them like that. Because if you push too hard, they're going to break. Not to say that they're fragile or they're weak or anything like that. It's just to get the best out of them.
Yeah, everybody's different.
Like everybody's different, you know what I mean? So again, that's the head coach job too. He's the one that's calling all the plays, to the quarterback, but the quarterback is the actual one that's implementing everything, you know what I mean? And at the time, if you're anything like Peyton Manning and you're calling Omaha at the line and you're making your own decisions like that, that right there, times like that, you're going to have a lot of credibility, and it takes the decision making out of the head coach hand and you put it on you. So, whether you're succeeding or you're failing, all right, people are going to look at you. Like that. But then again, it's like, okay, after the game, this is something after the game. You're emotional. All right. How many times have you ever been emotional after a freaking match?
Bro,
a big match, small match, and like that. You know what I mean?
It happens, bro.
Again, it's in the moment. We've talked about this
bro.
before.
It happens.
That adrenaline in the moment. You know what I mean? Your testosterone levels are hiked up. All of that. I'm like, yeah. It's very hard to control those things. Your adrenaline is running. Right, and then freaking you don't know what it is. I remember the most emotional I've ever been. Okay, it was a win, freaking after I knocked out Cyberhino.
Yeah.
All right, like
I remember that.
For me, the reason I broke down is because I knew I could eat.
Right.
All right, I could pay my bills, my rent that month. I could put gas in my car, and I could put food in my refrigerator. That's why I was so emotional.
Right.
All right. Plus, I had some dues. To one of my aunts that I to pay her back.
Right.
Just with that knockout, I was able to freaking. I felt such a huge relief.
The burden.
You know what I mean? And
lifted.
Then, they're trying to interview me. I didn't want to talk to nobody, bro, like that. But they're interviewing me like that, and I fucking broke down. I was just like that. Like I didn't win nothing. I didn't win no championship like that. I just got a knockout. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like that. But it was a big payday, and I knew I could get all this like that. All right. Even if I lost, bro, you best believe freaking I would have been crying for the same reasons. You know what I mean? Because I'm like, fuck. Now I can't eat. And I can't put money like that. I don't have enough money like that.
I don't think people understand, bro.
Mm-hmm. So again, it's just like it triggers me just because we don't know what's going on in his personal like that in his personal life. And if this guy, can't be himself, like that, it's not like, it's not like he can really. Hey, I want my mom down here. We go in the room and we do it all like that, No, it's right then and there, you know what I mean? It's a freaking crowd of freaking thousands of people. All the eyes are on him and stuff like that, but shit, like
but that's when it happens, bro.
Mm-hmm.
That's when it, because all the rest of the time you just walk off, and then he may do the same. After every game he loses, he may walk off the field, go home, cuddle with his dog, and watch some shows.
Yeah.
That may be his post-game loss ritual.
Mm-hmm.
But this game was different.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? This game was different. Like,
and I believe that one too was a rival game against freaking Cal.
Did you see the FSU game?
FSU and
the one
with the quarterback just got hurt.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't see it, but I heard about it.
Hurt. Whole stadium silent.
Yeah.
Dude was senior. Mm-hmm. Last game.
Never gonna play again.
Injured. and it's like, and you're like, oh my, and everybody in the room is overcome with emotion because whether he's going to the NFL or not, whether he's going to do all the stuff or not, you're watching somebody who dedicated their whole life to something, and you're watching it and it's gone now. You know what I'm saying? I mean, how many times have we seen the guy stand in the middle of the cage, pull off his gloves, put him in the middle of the cage, and cry as he retires, bro?
Let's go back to Robbie Lawler, one of the toughest guys to ever do it. All right?
Bro.
And that dude was holding back tears hard during his retirement like that. I've never seen that guy like
Ruthless
that.
Robbie Lawler, bro.
Yes. All right.
Left more blood in the cage than probably anybody ever.
Yeah. And he's been doing it as long. Like, you know.
I just don't think that I think that like I said, I think that the problem is, you know, she's got her little platform and all this stuff and whatever, but you don't realize, people get on their platform and they don't realize the effect of what they say has and how that pebble ripples through the pond.
You know, like you saying that, all right, because my next question is like, do you feel with someone like this, with a platform where people are watching, okay, because like there's a lot of times that, you know, and I think we've mentioned this before. All right, no, this was for a basketball thing. All right, okay. Like that. I mentioned this like that, where commentators, you know, and analysis and things like that will come out on ESPN or any type of sports show like that, and what they say can really affect, all right, these kids, you know, draft stock. Right.
It can, for sure.
It can plummet it.
For
all
sure.
Right, or they can freaking jack them up. They can boost them up like that, and it can go from first round pick to freaking second, third round pick, and that's tens of thousands, millions of dollars. You know, like that. Yeah, millions of dollars difference. You know,
based on a cat that doesn't play.
Yeah, exactly. All right, she's in. You know, I mean, freaking, she's WWE. Like, again, I don't know nothing about this lady. I'm not.
She was WWE. Apparently played some sports. Didn't make the gymnastics Olympic team because of injuries, and didn't play collegiate volleyball because she was too short.
You got all that from
her Wikipedia.
Her Wikipedia.
yeah, bro. Because I was like, who is this chick? But the thing is, you're telling people not to. Tim Tebow cried.
Yeah,
he kneeled and prayed. I mean, what?
Tim Tebow was a winner.
I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, what are you doing? And it's just, and not Caleb's set, right? Like, he's established. Like, nobody's gonna listen to you.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like nobody cares about what you say. Carlton, Charlie, whatever the fucking name is. Nobody cares about you. But what happens to the 15-year-old boy who's starting JV at his high school football team, and he sees that?
Yeah,
and then he's like, man, I'm not supposed to cry to my mom after I lose. I can't do all this stuff after I lose. I have to suck it up and go, or else they're not going to want me to play, because that's what he wants. He wants to be a professional football player. So now he's taking a different road.
Yeah, it affects everything. Yeah,
affects everything. You know what I'm saying?
So what if this was a guy commentator? How would you feel about that?
You know, I would feel the same way, bro. I
think the message is the same. Yeah, for sure.
And here's what I notice about guys. Guys make a lot of jokes, right?
Yeah.
And guys will call you a crybaby, and they'll call you a pussy, and they'll call you all that stuff when you're not crying.
Yeah.
But when men, for me, and when my experience, when a man sees another man crying,
hey, bro, you good?
Most men will start like you, because men, like, when men cry, for me, seeing a man cry indicates an extreme amount of pain.
Yeah.
Like real pain. Like
when dads cry. Yeah.
Like, this dude's hurt.
Yeah. Yeah. There's a threshold of like where like we see, and it's like, hey, bro, you good?
You all right?
You all right, man? Hey, nah, bro. Nah. Hey, come over here, man. You want to talk?
Right.
You know,
like you, or not even you want to talk, just like you go and you see somebody, you're like, dude, just chill out. You walk out, close the door, man, don't go in there.
Yeah. No, I get it. That was my next thing I was gonna say too. All right, no, you don't want to talk? All right, hey, bro, you can't be here. Go home. Hey, I'm gonna call you on later. You know what I mean? Like that, like that. But
Go chill.
Yeah.
Go chill.
You know, but again, it's so weird that that's our first thing. Hey, go home. Don't let nobody see you.
Hide.
Like, why? Why?
King bleed.
Yeah.
Like just that. Like I say, bro. Cry in the shower.
Yeah.
Nobody can see the tears.
Yeah.
Bro, it's really sad that it's like that because if she, Arnold, would have seen the number one prospect on the women's volleyball team start crying, I bet the reaction is completely different. I bet it's completely different.
Yeah, and that's why I asked you what if it was God, because like it's still the same message.
Still same.
Hey, bro, lay off on him. You don't know what's going on in his past or like in his personal life and stuff like that. And then freaking you're not a 22-year-old freaking starting quarterback for this team, and you've never been a 22-year-old starting quarterback for this team like team. That. Yeah,
Have you ever seen a dude lay into a dude for crying like that after a game?
Nah.
I can't. I think that I really do believe that even though a guy's still gonna call you a huge pussy, like later, like when everything's done, later, man, you was crying like a little bitch, later.
Yeah.
But I think that in that moment, dude, men are like, nah, leave that alone. Like just leave that alone. Don't deal with it. I think that it would take, someone who doesn't really understand to say this is a problem.
Yeah.
Because I just don't think she understands. I don't think she gets it. She's never been a man.
Yeah.
She doesn't know what it takes to make a man cry. Men get hurt, like physically hurt, and try not to cry.
Yeah.
Like your leg is hanging off. You're like, nah, man, I'm good.
Yeah.
You're like, bro, your legs.
I had matter of fact, this was just last Thursday. All right. Husta.
Right.
Okay, he's a big dude. He's tough. All right, like that. And this was the first round of us sparring like that. He ended up tweaking. I saw him just I saw him not being aggressive, all right, and coming forward, but he was shaking his elbow off. All right. Hey, what's wrong? I'm good, coach, like that. All right. Okay. Couple more rounds down the road like that. Now we're probably in our last, our last 3 rounds, finishing up, like that. And he ends up throwing an uppercut, hurt something pop, and he wanted to stand there and nah, bro. I knew you did something in your first round. You shook it off and you continued training, and then now you're here, and then no, for sure he couldn't bend his elbow or anything like that. No, sit your ass down. He wanted to stay in there. I'm like, nah, bro.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, I'm not a physician or sports med or medical doctor or anything like that, but I just know something wrong. You know what I mean? I can ask you a certain amount of questions, like, does it burn? Or is it cramping? Like that. Does it feel tight? Like what's up? Can you move it up and down like that? So he can move it up and down and stuff like, hey, they're not broken. I could put like a couple things together and be like, hey, and overall, I was like, bro, you probably strained something.
Right.
You know what I mean? And he's like, no, I didn't think I tore my bicep or anything like that. And I was like, nah, I think you did. You know what I mean? So he just chilled out. Sure enough, he went to go get assessed by a doctor on Monday and stuff like that, and it was his bicep, and but he wanted to go back in there. I'm like, nah, man. Like, I see you're in physical pain, bro. You know what I mean? And you just gotta have that person on the outside, that friend. Right. Or someone just knows better, like, to just keep you in check and just protect you like that, and it's all right, like, bro, you don't have to be tough, you know what I mean? Not right now. Like, I know you're tough, but right now you're hurt, you're injured.
Saturday, we're training. Miguel goes, not little Miguel, another Miguel goes, yeah, he's like, I don't know. It's like, I tore his pec before, and I felt something like in the same spot. And I was like, you good? Same thing. I was like, you good? You okay? I was like, you want to take a round? He was like, yeah, I'm going to take a round, see how it feels. Okay, that's good. So he takes the round. And then the next round, I'm like, come roll with me.
Yeah.
Come roll with me. And Saturday, this is Saturday comp class, bro. Come roll with me. Super light just putting him in different positions. Like,
Yeah.
and he's like, nah, I feel it when I do this. I feel it when I do that. I'm like, man,
Yeah, bro,
you
stop.
probably want to chill.
Yeah, you
like,
don't need to be rolling with no 2-stripe white belt energy and
yeah,
then rip your hand off. I mean, rip your arm off.
I was like, just like, you don't want to get hurt, bro.
Yeah.
Like, just chill. Ultimately, he was like, yeah, I'm just gonna chill out. But it was like the kind of persistent, like, you can just chill.
Yeah.
And everything. Even if it's minor, even if it's just a little tweak and it goes away the next day, that's good, because of that little tweak. If you keep working on that little tweak,
yeah, no, you're gonna tear something.
It's gonna be huge.
Yeah, you're gonna just compound freaking on it like that, and then fuck, you're gonna, instead of being out a week or two, now you're out fucking 2, 3, 4, 5 months. You know what I mean? Like that, just depending.
It's a lot, bro.
Yeah, and it, again, it's just you just don't know what's going on with what people on the outside. All right, especially going back to like with us and being in these combat sports and stuff like that. This is our outlet, you know. And true story, I'll tell you this right here, all right? Because feeling the pressure with the gym, this was during the time that I was making my move from my first location gym to this location,
right?
All right, like that, and trying to get the money to come up, logistic wise of seeing what I'm gonna do. I really don't have a lot of people that can help me in whatever it is. And I remember Saturday comp class, man. This was the second role. All right. Okay. And I came out of a scramble and ended up freaking in a turtle position, and after like that scramble probably lasted 30 seconds almost to a minute. And I've rode with this guy before. He's a good guy, like that. And bro, like he was on top of me, and like I was trying to get back to my feet or recover my guard because I was in the turtle position, and just this overwhelming like just euphoria of just like panic set in. You know what I mean? And I couldn't breathe, I couldn't catch like bro, like I was getting ready for a tournament too. So right. I was like, I was in good shape. My weight was down, everything like that. I was like, why can I not breathe? You know what I mean, like that. And bro, it just hit me, and I just told him, I tapped on his shoulder like that, and I was like, hey bro, and that bro stepped off the mat, put my shoes on, went to the bag. I went upstairs to go get my bag, and I just left. Didn't say nothing to nobody, like that. And he thought he hurt me, right. He thought he injured me or anything like that. No, I didn't say shit to him, nothing. I just left. I've never felt this ever before.
Okay.
You know what I mean? But it was just a huge, to this day, I don't know what it is and everything like that, right. And I'm just going to chalk it up to a panic attack. I've never had a panic attack ever in my life, but if that was a panic attack, that's what it was. Yeah. I couldn't breathe. I felt like the room was closing in on me, all that, you know what I mean? And a lot of that was like that because I was moving locations, Crystal's pregnant, I was not making any money, like that fucking, I'm fucking signing up for all these tournaments. I'm not winning any tournaments like that. And I remember cause when's the 10 o'clock is Pablo's kids class, right?
Yeah.
All right. So I remember that the whole time I was just so zoned out, that whole freaking time, just being there with the kids, and walking around trying to help my kids, help out Pablo's kids and everything like that. And then sure enough, after the stretches and going in, like my first roll obviously went with like a white blue belt like that just to warm up, and then boom, I started going to purple like that. So the guy that at the time he's a purple, well now he's a brown belt, but bro, like I wasn't even in a bad position. But the thing is, he's like, man, he was putting pressure on me and I couldn't get up. It wasn't, he wasn't making it easy for me, man. And bro, it just set in. Got up, put my slippers on, got my shit, got in my car, and I just left. And then sure enough, like a couple weeks later, cause I took probably 2 or 3 Saturdays off. I didn't come back, and then I came back and I saw him again, and I'm like, hey bro, I just want to apologize to you, man. Like, I fucking panicked like that. And he was like, hey man, don't even fucking worry about it. You don't got to talk about it, man. You're here now. Let's just, like that. But yeah, man, but I just feel bad, bro, because you're here to train and stuff like that, and I did that to you, but but when guys know, like
right.
You know, I can't really speak for females. We're not females or anything like that. You know, I really don't see that too often. You know, but like guys know,
bro.
You know, and
you don't even have to say it.
I think like the message is like, as a guy, when you really sense that, you know, don't be afraid to talk.
Yeah.
You know, if they reach out like that, and then don't be afraid to reach out if you see the guy. You know.
You know, it was probably because dudes recognize it.
Mm-hmm.
Like you recognize it. You can see it. You say, yeah, he's going through it. Mm-hmm. You recognize it, but you always like I'm just gonna stay over here. I'm gonna stay over here, and then when if he needs me, I'm here. But you never say, hey, bro, if you need me, I'm here.
Yeah.
You just say, if he needs me, I'm here.
Well, that's my point. I feel that needs to be said a little bit more.
But I think you need to say it.
And
I think you need to say it.
You know, you saying that, you know, I have a there's 3 guys. They're all friends, and you know they've been here consistent, and they've been real loyal to the gym, and like that. And like right now during these times, you know, freaking there, you know, there's one of them that every time I see him, he'll look at me right in my eyes. He makes sure that like he'll be like, hey, coach. You know, and he'll look at me and he makes sure that I'm looking at him too, like that. Because normally I'm like, hey, you know, how you doing, like that, and I'm all like that. But he makes sure that as soon as I make eye contact, he's like, hey, you good, coach? Or you know, like that.
You do the salt thing.
Yeah, you know, like that. And he makes sure that he understands, or like he makes sure that he like I understand that, you know, that he like I know what question he just asked me. Like, hey, are you good?
Yep.
Not like one of those pass by,
you
know, how your day going? Good, you know, like that. No, it's like
it's real.
And I really haven't I haven't been picking up on it, but he's been a little bit more adamant with it like that. And the other week it hit me. I'm like, man, he's not just asking me how am I doing, you know what I mean? And so I get it now. Yeah. And I'm like, man, because you know what, like you're just in your own little world going through your day to day, you know, and anything like me, like I keep my head down and I'm buried through, but I you know, you everybody sees how you're wearing it on your face, you know, on your, you know, like that, where you look tired, you know, freaking you look, you know, a little bit distraught, you know, you're not upbeat no more. Maybe your shoulders slump forward, you know, and rounded back, you know, your chest ain't up, like, and I have to remember to do those things, especially when I'm out in front of my members, you know, and instructing class, like nah, you know, it's not really trying to put on a facade, but you know, it's like, nah, you can't let them see you waver.
It's like it's just like saying, hey, do you want to be my friend? Yeah, like that's weird. Mm-hmm. It's weird to dudes. That's weird, right? Because we do. As men, we do so much stuff like unwritten, right? Like for any ladies that are watching, your dude may not say to you, I love you every day, but
it's reactions.
He wakes up in the morning, he does all the stuff, he texts you, he may not say it, but he's doing his thing to show you that he loves you, right? He may not say it. And a lot of things with men are done by action, right? Yeah. And part of that action is like you see people and you recognize, and you're like, man, shit, he's going through it. Yeah. And so you do little stuff. Yeah. You do it's the smallest stuff. Like you may even send like a motivational meme. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
I do it. You know, I send it to you all the time.
You may send a motivational meme, and it's not even like a, oh, you know, just want you to know I love you. You know, it's just one of those things where it's like, you know, out of the darkness comes the dawn or whatever, and it's, you know, it's got a cool explosion or whatever in the background, but it's like, man, dude may need to hear this because I feel like he's going through it right now, and it's just, or you say you good, yeah, and it's like that's like a dude's way of saying like, if you need me, I'm here for you, yeah, because I care about you, but I'm not gonna say that because that's
gay.
You know what I'm saying? Like I'm just gonna say you good.
Yeah. I mean, we get it.
It's weird, bro.
Right. You know what this reminds me? All right, so you know, before we wrap up, you know, like that. All right, this reminds me of one of my favorite jokes. Okay. So let me go ahead and say this, right? All right, like that. So it's a bit of a lengthy joke, all right, like that. Hey, all right. There's a ship out in the ocean. Okay. And one of the crewmen looking out, and he freaking he sees that there's one enemy ship coming, all right, and he calls out to the crew, all right, Captain, there's an enemy ship coming. Captain's like, bring me my red shirt, all right. So then the crewman runs down to his quarters, brings his red shirt, and they fight all day. They didn't lose anybody, all right. Next day, all right, same crewman looking out, sees 3 enemy ships, all right. Captain, there's 3 enemy ships, all right. Freaking captain's like, bring me my red shirt. Goes to the quarters, puts the red shirt on, all right. They fight all day. They use only one guy, all right. And then the crewman is like, hey, Captain, why do you want me to go and get you your red shirt? He's like, well, if I get cut and I start bleeding, that y'all can't see me bleed like that, because he's wearing a red shirt. He's like, oh, you're so smart, Captain, like that. Next day coming, all right. Captain, there's 10 enemy ships, like that. Captain comes back, bring me my brown pants.
Yo, that's funny. That's funny,
bro. It's one of my favorite
that's
jokes.
Funny, bro.
Right?
He's like, oh shit,
Yes.
Oh shit. Y'all don't need to know what it's about to go down, bro.
But man, I was like talking about this, bro. I was like,
that's funny, bro. Oh,
all
shit.
jokes aside, like. Hey, again, I guess it's just this whole conversation of just not letting the king see the king bleed. You know what I mean? I like that. And I guess, let's, before we leave off, what do you do when the villagers do see the king bleed?
You have to reestablish dominance and pour oil on them. Like, pour hot oil on them.
Okay, Napoleon.
No,
Yeah.
but I think that if you're a real king, if you're a real leader,
Mm-hmm.
Then people also understand that you're a person. Like, they understand that you're not impenetrable,
Mm-hmm.
because they know that you have your vulnerabilities. They just don't know what they are.
Mm-hmm. I think it's a thing that, all right, you're vulnerable now, all right, and they see that you do have flaws, but the very first thing is that you do is that you show them why you're there in the first place.
Right.
All right, like that, and you almost increase it, 10x, like you can't, for them to never question it again.
So like the thing with Ellie, and Jules in the hospital, like the thing with my dad. When my mom called me and told me my dad had a stroke. Mm-hmm. Or she said my dad's going to the emergency room.
Yeah.
My dad's the strongest person I know unequivocally, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so, bro, I freaked out.
Yeah.
I freaked out. Like, I wasn't even crying, bro. Like, I had a full body Charlie horse.
Mm-hmm.
Like, my body's locked up. And then, I know Ellie was freaking out. She was like rubbing my back. And then I came out of it.
Yeah.
But when I came out of it, bro, I was spinning. We got to do this. We got to do this. We got to do it. Like, I was on it.
Mm-hmm.
Like it was like, I'm not going to sit. You can't sit down and be a bitch. Like, you have to be on it.
Like,
and that's
life is still moving.
And that's what the villagers
Mm-hmm.
need to see.
Yeah.
Like, if you're going to lead, like, okay, fuck.
Mm-hmm.
I got my brown pants on.
Mm-hmm.
And in my brown pants, you go here, you get on this gun, you go do this, you go do that, you go do whatever. Because if you really want to see what it is to be a leader, and you really want to see why I'm king, it's because even when I'm hurt, I'm still running this shit better than you can. Yeah. And that's,
and that's exactly, you got to 10x it, because you know what, the ship is going down. How are you going to ride it? And still have these people not jump ship and freaking, waver. Like, nah, like, things are still, you're gonna make it out.
We have to do it. We have to do it.
Life is still gonna keep going, but you know what? I'm not gonna let it get me down. And it's easier said than done. Yeah, for sure. You know what I mean? But then just like anything throughout life, all right, it ain't always all just up.
Right.
No, there's peaks and valleys to that shit.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like that. You know, sometimes it's gonna be a lot more. You know, you're gonna be down in the valley a little longer than you expected before you come back up.
Right.
You know what I mean? But the thing is that you just can't waver that. You know, and this is cliche. You hear it all the time. During those bad times like that, you really get to see who your true friends are.
Right.
You know, who's really going to stick beside you and
Right.
things like that. You know, and you know what? You keep them people closer to
That's
you.
it.
You
That's
know,
it.
like that. Everybody else, you know, you shut the door on them like that. Never let them come back in.
If they jump ship, they jump ship.
Yeah.
But when I get a new ship and it's a nicer yacht,
Yeah.
this one, you know, I want to tell you.
Yeah. No, I get it.
And
I get
see,
it.
so I don't do evil for evil, right? Because I don't have that level of like space
Takes
in
too
my
much
heart.
energy.
I don't have that. Yeah, I don't
Takes
have
too
that.
much energy.
But what I do is I put people on the shelf
Yeah.
and I say, okay, now I know where you are. You're in this category.
You got to
here.
keep those people at arm's length. You know why? Because you got to watch them.
They're gonna tear you down.
Yeah.
They're gonna tear you like oh, and I mean, and it can be little stuff. It can be little stuff, bro. I'm not ever going to loan somebody $20 and then hound them for the $20, right? Yeah. I'm not gonna. But if someone says, "Hey man, can I borrow $20?" and I'm like, "Yeah, here you go," and then they come back later, like, "Here's that 20 you owe me." That's a person that's a
Yeah.
You know,
especially when you didn't expect it.
yeah. They're like, "No, I borrowed $20 from you." They're like, oh, this person goes over here because they didn't have to bring back $20. I'm not gonna die because I didn't have that $20, but they said I borrowed money from this dude. I need to pay it back. That's a different type of person.
Actions.
You know what I'm saying? It's actions. Some people, they borrowed $20. You never say, hey, look.
Well, they borrow like a G, you know,
Right.
or something like that.
It's like, hey,
And
man, look.
they try to do anything and everything to make sure they freaking get, not see you.
You know what I do when people ask me for, like, someone says, hey, man, I need money to keep my lights on at my house. Okay, here you go. Keep your lights on at the house. And then when the person never, I don't sweat them for the money. They don't pay. But you know what I do? It costs me, $275 to see what kind of person you really are. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know what movie this is from, and it was a dad talking to the son, and the son was fucking pissed off, because he let one of his friends borrow $20.
Right.
And he's like, no, I can't let that happen. They're gonna think I'm weak, like that. And the dad's like, no, you can't think like that, son. I'm like, this guy, you don't like him and you want to get rid of him and you don't ever want to see him again. Guess what? All it cost you was $20 to never see this guy again. All right, like that. All right, as opposed to the guy that freaking is always coming back,
right.
Little by little, freaking, kind of staying close to you like that, and before you know it, like yeah, it's way more than that.
Right.
I mean, it's
Exactly.
it's not even money. It's peace of mind. What I
Right.
mean? It's your psyche. Like that. It's the trust, your behaviors and stuff like that of what they did. Not even money. Even
it
more
cost
than
me a
that.
nickel to get rid of
Yeah.
this dude.
Exactly.
And then and you got the thing, and we've all got it. Like with your real friends, with your real buddies, we've all got it. You go out and everybody's racing to see who's going to pay the check. Or you pay this time, I pay the next time, and it's not even a thing. Like nobody even thinks about it. You know what I'm saying? You just go, you do whatever, and it's oh no, you got me last time. I'll they just say, oh okay, cool.
I'm all about the pump fake.
But
Oh, you got okay. I got the tip.
but that's one of those things that people really don't realize. But you're right. It costs you $20 to see who this person really is and know where to put them in your life. And instead of having them suck on your energy, you know that you don't have to put any more energy into this person. You can put the energy into stuff that really matters, bro. That's what I do, man. I write people off. Here you go.
I get it, man. All right, guys. All right, today was a long one. All right,
it was good,
for
though.
Sure. It was a good one. All right, very important topic, to us. Hopefully for the guys out there listening, women, put your husbands on as well like that. But, it's, I think just number one thing, guys, is just don't be afraid to talk. For sure, just number one thing, don't be afraid to talk. All right, like that. And, and if you don't have that one person that you can talk to, for sure, I think it's special for you that you go out and seek, the help that you need. and not become a statistic. That's the very last thing that ever needs to be happening, for sure.
You know, I wouldn't even. I'll do you one better.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't even say go seek the help that you need. No man is an island. Everybody needs to talk.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't have somebody to talk to,
Mm-hmm.
just pay somebody to be there to listen to you, bro.
Yeah.
It's a vault. They're your secret. They're your little container. You just go there and talk, because getting that stuff, getting it out, it's like a fart, bro.
Mm-hmm.
It's better out than in.
Yeah.
It's better out than in, bro. Just you get it out, and sometimes just hearing it. So I even talked out loud my problems to myself, like math problems, like because sometimes hearing
I'm
it,
always talking to myself, bro.
sometimes hearing it just makes it easier.
Yeah.
Just if you can, man, please. 80% of the suicides are men, bro.
Yeah, it's a very sad statistic. Man, and what's that freaking? I want to know for veterans.
And I really bet, bro, that it's 80% of the suicides are men, but 80% of the effort in mental health is put into women. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like they focus on the. I mean, this is just my hypothesis. I mean, I'm not, looking at the numbers, but it's really important, man, and you've got a lot riding on your psyche, your family, your future family, your girlfriend, your everybody, whoever, they're depending on you. So you need, and just everybody really needs to be mentally sound. You know what I'm saying? Like, you need to take it for everybody, but don't let people like Charlie Arnold tell you that you can't cry, and you're a crybaby and you don't deserve to be in the top spot.
It's 22 veterans that commit suicide daily in the United States.
Fuck.
Yeah, not every 22 seconds. It's every day. 22 veterans.
Bro, 22?
Yeah, 22. Yeah.
Bro, that's a lot, bro.
It really is. It really is. You know what I mean? It's,
that's 125 people a week?
they have it on here as well. So it was the average. You're talking about 127. Oh, well, in 2018, the highest was 127 a day. In 2018, that is crazy, bro.
Man, that's nuts. That's nuts.
Right
bro.
now, per day in 2020. So this in 2021, it was 16.4 per day. In 2020, it was 16.8. So that was this is what I'm reading right here.
That's just that. Listen. I tell people this is that, man, life means so much, bro.
Mm-hmm.
People
only have one.
People take so little stock in what life actually means, bro. Life means so much. Anything that we can do to protect life, like we need to do. Like we need to do it. Like you were saying, cliche, always dark before the dawn, always all this. I mean, my motto is, if we just keep living, it'll get better. Like we just keep on living. It'll get better. If you stop living, then it's over. Some people like somebody said to me the other day, they said something. They said to me, Jules, you're old. I said, it's better than the alternative.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like just anything that we can do to protect mental health and protect, like, ladies, it's your man. Like, you got to protect you. He needs protection too.
Yeah.
Like, be there for him every now and again. Your Valentine's Day gift is your Valentine's gift, but every day, man, just if he looks crazy, he looks different, man, just tell him to sit down with you, rub the back of his head, man, see if he has anything to say.
No, yeah. Again. All right, guys. Again, today was a long one. As is recording, guys. All right. It's Thanksgiving weekend, so y'all enjoy y'all family, guys. All right. Try to be stress free, anxiety free throughout the weekends. Like that. Don't cause no problem with that one cousin that probably owes you money, whatever it is.
$20.
Yeah, like that. And try to beat the holidays, guys. All right. Get the protein in first. All right. Like that. Be as active as you can. protein in first, like that. Get yourself satiated before you really overload on all the sweets, like that. Keep the sweet potato casserole away from Jules.
Or start sweets first. Yo, I mean, there's two different schools on this. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, you don't know mid freaking turkey leg. You know what I mean? At least you got your apple pie in or your pumpkin pie in,
bro.
Like that, yeah.
Oh my God, yeah. It'll be good, man. Enjoy the holidays. Keep yourself stress free around the family. I wanted to mention this earlier, though. A lot of times during the holidays, you got these huge instances of domestic violence because you're trapped in the house with your family. So, if it gets hot, guys, go walk outside, go walk around the truck, man.
Yeah.
Go ride to CVS. Like I said, man, it's really important. It's a lot of stress on you. Everybody's leaning on you right now. Cool heads prevail. Just chill out. Don't get in that argument. Don't have too many beers. Lay off the micheladas. And just
no deluxe.
Yeah, it'll be a good holiday, guys. Enjoy it.
All right, guys. My name is Eric Valdez. All right, alongside Joel Johnson.
Boom.
This is Sweat Equity, guys. You can find us on Instagram at SweatEquity_HTX. All right. We're on Apple Podcast, Spotify. All right, look us up on YouTube. All right, hit that like, that subscribe, that notification, guys, if you still made it this far. All right, and please, give the gift that keeps on giving, guys. All right, if you love the information that we're giving you, all right, share with family or friends and spread the word, guys. All right, until next time, we'll see you then.